can never be Nigerian. I am never a Nigerian, and I shall never be Nigerian. So take your fucking Nigeria, give me Biafra. Take your full kingdom, give me your Dudua. Take your British company, give me Biafra. Take your full country, give me your Dudua. Dudua, wake up, rise up, fight for your freedom, kingdom. Africans, wake up, rise up, fight for your freedom, kingdom. They don't expect foreigners to fight for you. Brothers and brothers, let's come together. Family, pick up be one for, fight for Africa, fight for Biafra, the freedom Biafra, the freedom Africa. Africa, wake up, rise up, fight for your freedom. You were never in Nigeria, never, no, never be Nigeria, no, from beginning. You were never in Nigeria, nothing like Nigeria, shall never be Nigeria, nothing like Nigeria. So take your fucking Nigeria, give them Biafra. Take your full country, give them Dudua. It's that security network. And it's all to need. Don't go west. Don't go funny boy. It's Kennedy.
Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining me on this very broadcast this evening. It's going to be a quick one. Let's try and be able to set the record straight and do what we have to do, encourage fellow Biafrans. The reason why we come online on a daily basis, we are going to continue on that same path as long as we live, as long as we still have breath, as long as we have the opportunity. We will continue to preach the gospel of Biafra and continue to send the message out there for everyone to know what is going on. We will never stop. No matter how they try to stop us or hinder us, we can't be stopped. That is why we must have to continue to send information across to all Biafrans to know the situation that we are in and encourage everyone to stand firm. Please, as you have joined this very platform today, if you are coming for the first time, kindly share the broadcast, like and share, and click also the subscription button so that you will be notified whenever I come online. I appreciate you as you click the notification button and also the subscription, share, like and share. Very important. We will continue to send that message no matter how they try to stop us. We won't allow them to stop us. You are going to join me in this battle. Let us start by reciting our national anthem together before we go into the major program. Thank you. Thank you so much. As you have joined, I appreciate you. Those who are coming, please keep sharing. Keep sharing the broadcast. Share the broadcast on your platform. Share the broadcast any place you belong. Share the broadcast to family and friends. Share the broadcast to everybody that is closer to you. And please, as you join, you like the broadcast and share. When you like and share, it is going to help us to overcome the challenges that we are facing, which you and I know very well. So before we go into it, we cannot start without the prayer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So let's listen to the prayer of our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before we hit into the program.
What you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth, to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain. because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isobo. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places, I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. I had in Sosine Bige. He said,
Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate everyone who has been able to join me on this very platform today. Thank you for being able to connect. Thank you so much for joining. Any place you are joining the platform from, if you are joining from Biafra land, you are joining from Asia, from Europe, from America, from Australia, whichever part of the world you are joining this broadcast from, I say, may Chukwu Kabiam continue to guide you, protect you, secure you, and give you grace to see Biafra that is coming. I thank you for joining the very broadcast today. It has been long coming. Yesterday, we were not able to have broadcast. Likewise, the day before yesterday, we were not able to have a normal broadcast because of the attack we are getting on the platform. We're having a sovereign attack. And most time when I come to broadcast, even as at now, you saw them, they've started again to attack the broadcast. And this is the challenge we are facing on different platforms, This challenge has been so much that I wasn't able to broadcast some few days now. And yesterday, I couldn't be able to come on at all yesterday. And today, I said I must have to come, even if it is for 30 minutes, to speak to my fellow Biafrans on the time that we are in. And I appreciate everybody who has been able to connect at this particular point in time. I appreciate you, my beloved sister, Diana Gumbiade. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Diana, for joining. Ken, I thank you for joining. Ken Ebuku, thank you so much for joining. Ken, I appreciate you so much. Those who has been able to connect, I appreciate every one of you, and I thank you for being able to be patient and join me on this very broadcast. It's not been easy. It's not been easy. Trying to connect and trying to send out information has not been easy. The attack on us on social media has increased. All our autopiloted platforms, most times, these challenges are always coming, When you are preaching the gospel of Biafra, it is not easy to scale through. They will always try to hold you, make sure they frustrate you and suppress your viewers. They will not send notifications. They don't send notifications to our viewers anymore. They won't send notifications. So many people that come will just come. Maybe they will send to a few people and those people will come. So that is why each time when we come online, I continue to beg people to please kindly share. As you have succeeded in being part of the program, try and share, get across to one person or the other, and click like. When you like and share, that is how we can be able to overcome all these attacks that are coming. Without that, we can't overcome it. It's been so serious on my platform for a very long time now. We cannot be able to reach out. The number of people we normally reach, we can't be able to reach them out. A lot of people have been kicked out and not getting information on what is going on. So we have to intensify on this very message that we are preaching, and you're going to help me by sharing and also liking. Share on any platform where you belong. That is how we can be able to get the message across, because the radical evangelism still continues. On this radical evangelism, as we are increasing our radicality, they are also increasing in their radical attack against us. That's one thing you have to understand. Each time we step in, we have to step it up above their level so they cannot be able to catch us. If you don't do that, the attack will continue, and they will continue to press us and make sure that we don't go forward. But I tell you, as long as you are there with me, as long as you're doing your own part, we will overcome them, no matter how they try. Obasi, thank you for joining. I appreciate you, Obasi. Thank you for joining. So, as long as you're there doing your own part, I appreciate you so much. With you and myself sitting over here, we are going to overcome them. No matter the attack they bring, we'll overcome them. They will always try to cage us to make sure we don't reach as many people as we're supposed to reach. But let me tell you, as long as we are preaching the right message, Chukwu Okikariama is going to breathe in that message, and it will get across to people who are not here. People whom they are trying to prevent from hearing us, they will hear us whether they like it or not. My beloved brothers, every one of you have to know the time that we are in. In that time that we are in, we will not leave any stone unturned. No matter the attack they bring, no matter the challenges, no matter whatever they are doing, no matter the kind of language they want to use for us, no matter the attack they bring for us, we will never ever give up. The more they attack us, the more we work stronger. The stage we are now is the exodus out of the Zoological Republic. The exodus of Biafran people, that is where we are today. The exit of Biafra from that Zoological Republic. We must exit. We must exit. It doesn't matter how they try. It doesn't matter their propaganda, their blackmail. We must exit the Zoological Republic. And the time is now. We must exit. No matter how they try to stop us, no matter the attack, no matter the challenges, no matter their pretense, no matter their propaganda against the people who are legitimately asking for their freedom, we will get out. We will. And my purpose of coming here today is to remind you the time that we're in, that we are in a time of exodus. In a time of exodus, movement out of the Zoological Republic. Keep record and pay attention to everything that's happening around you. You must have to keep record and pay attention to everything that's happening around you. Every one of us have a role to play. In the exodus from that Zoological Republic, there is a role you have to play. You must start playing that role. Stop waiting. Some of you are still waiting. Some of you are still waiting. You're waiting for somebody to come and tell you to do this or do that. You are still waiting for somebody to push you. You are still waiting for somebody to do this. Some of them are saying that you're looking for somebody to come and take you to this place or that place. It is time for you to be responsible for your security. The security of Biafran people. As long as you are a Biafran, mainly our brothers and sisters in Biafran land, you must have to play a role. Pay attention. If you see something, say something. Send that information to your brothers and sisters. Be your brother's keeper. And those of us are abroad, continue to preach the gospel radically. Continue to send that information. Continue to support the ESN the best way you can. Continue to send information across to those who are not paying attention. We must make them to pay attention. By all means possible, they will pay attention. Nobody will be left aside. Nobody can run away from this assignment. This assignment belongs to you and I. Assignment that Chukwu to bring their attack, let them continue to do. We are going to succeed. As long as Chukwu Okikariama have permitted us to be here, we will be here, and our message must be heard. No matter how they try to stop us, we will not stop. All I'm asking you that is joining this platform, as you join, please go and recheck whether you are clicking the notification. Re-click the notification again, and please click notification and share. That is the way we can be able to overcome these difficult days. We are counting days. In few days' time, all this is going to be over. You can know that we have been coming for a very long way. Since 1967, after the Civil War, we fought for 3 years. After that Civil War, the massacre continues. The attack continues. The intimidation continues. The dehumanization continues. They have never stopped. But at this 2023, the year of freedom, we will put an end to every of their attack against Biafran people. We have cried in the past. We have complained in the past. We have begged in the past. We have written letters in the past. And nobody seems to be paying attention. In 2023 that we are in, it is not a time to write letter. It is not a time to cry. It is not a time to complain. It is a time to take action. And in that action, you and I will take the action. There are some people who come on the comment section, they will tell you that it's not talking, don't stop talking, this is type of action. You that is telling me to stop broadcasting, stop talking. Start, what are you doing? What are you doing? I am doing my own part. My own part here is to remind you the time that we're in. The broadcast we are making is very, very essential. Media is one of the weapons of warfare, in case you don't know. For those people who come on comment section, they will tell you that it's time for action. I am taking my own action by coming online on daily basis, reminding you of the time that we are, letting the world know what is going on, pushing you to the edges and make you know that there is no time to sleep. If we keep silent, a lot of people will fall asleep. If we stop this noise making, so many people will fall asleep. If we stop this noise making, so many people will fall victim. Our people are so strong-headed that you have to say it, repeat it again and again and again before they can be able to hear. It was this same message that Mazen Nanikan used to create awareness and woke us up. It is this same message that brought us this far. We will not stop until we walk into Biafra. The only thing we have to do is to increase in our shouting, in our message, in our broadcast. And our spokesperson, Master Simon Eber, said it. If they call you noise maker, that noise, this is the time for you to make that noise more and more, much more than you have ever done. They say you only come online to make noise. This is the time for you to make that noise much than you have ever done. It is not the time to relax. It is not the time to sleep. You that is on the comment section complaining and say it is time for action. What are you doing? Take a responsibility. Take a responsibility wherever you are. It doesn't matter even if you are abroad. Take a responsibility. In this radical evangelism, you heard about our poster that we are posting in all corners, replacing the posters. You can sponsor the poster, not by connecting anybody. You can call somebody you know you can trust in the zoo. You can call anybody and give that person the responsibility to go along, go ahead and print these posters and replace every political poster with it as much as you can get. It is a continuous process. It is not started. It's not stopping today. It has already started, and it is a continuous process. As they are removing our posters, as they are putting more posters, we are printing more and we are putting, and every one of us will participate in that. In this radical evangelism, it is the last minute move that is what we are making. So if you know wherever your talent falls, go and begin to do something. Stop waiting for somebody to beg you. Stop waiting for somebody to come and lie down and plead for you. Stop waiting for somebody to call on you. Begin to do something on your own part. If you are blessed financially, the ESN need your fund. They need your fund much more than ever, because we are getting into a very tough stage. War has been on. The ESN have been fighting day and night, although they are fighting. But this time around, you heard our spokesperson that this war, secret war they are fighting, we are going to make it open. The whole world is going to watch it. It's going to be made open. It will not be done with empty hand. It will not be done with empty hand. There is still something you can do. Your widow's mind can go a long way. Your widow's mind can go a long way. If every Biafran living abroad can pay $1, it is going to hold the war for as long as we want it. If every Biafran abroad, every month can be able to volunteer and give out something as small as $1, it is going to go a long way. But some people pretend they don't know what is going on. Some people pretend it doesn't concern them. Some people even pretend they don't actually know it. And I don't know whether if it is pretense or is ignorance or whatever. Because when I watch the video that Master Simon Epa is playing, the meeting they held with the Finland people, the Finland meeting that is so that is shaking their head, the Finland blackmailing meeting that they held, the Finland meeting they held, the P2B meeting they held in order to convince Master Simon Epa to leave the struggle. When you listen to people who were speaking on that P2B meeting they held in Finland, you begin to understand there are some people, even though they are living in the civilian world, their head is still blocked. Either their head is blocked because of their jealousy, their wickedness, or because their ignorance, or because they don't just care. When you see some certain question people were asking Master Simon Epa on that very video he played, on that video in the meeting they held, P2B meeting that was held with him, you begin to wonder, is it that these people are not living on this planet Earth? These are people who are living in the civilized world where they have their internet 24 hours. They have 24 hours internet. They browse. They have their phone. They go online all the days. They were so quick to begin to attack Mazi Simon Ekpa and call him for a meeting, saying they want to negotiate, saying they want to call him to order. But these people have been online watching every evil that is happening. Does it mean that we're not paying attention, or they were just pretending not to know what is happening? You saw some useless question they were asking Mazi Simon Ekpa. Somebody will come out and ask Mazi Simon Ekpa, who is doing the killings in Biafra land? And you claim to be a concerned Biafra. The only reason why you are asking Mazi Simon Ekpa who is doing the killings in Biafra land is because you are not a concerned Biafra and you're not paying attention. Every concerned Biafra had been paying attention, both online and on ground. They have seen several evidence. There are numerous evidence that have shown that the people who have been taking the life of innocent there are the military of Nigeria. The military and the Nigeria with the dead men squad that they formed. They has been the people that have been taking the life of the innocent people. They have been caught on video. Even during the time of our sit at home, the 5-day sit at home, the killing that will happen, military men were captured on a video, which their conventional media caught up, and they were saying, who is this man in the uniform? After they killed a member of APC, a man in the uniform appeared fully in the camera. That was how Chukwu came and captured them. And they were asking, who is that military man? Since then, have you heard anything? People saw this in the open. They also saw the confession of people who were being arrested, the members of the dead men squad, who confessed about the Department of Saboteur being their sponsors and telling them who to kill and who not to kill. They saw this evidence. All this evidence are in the public. But yet, you see these people who are supposedly intelligent coming to ask Mazi Simon Ekpa irrelevant question. Who are those responsible for the killings? Are you asking Mazi Simon Ekpa as if Mazi Simon Ekpa is now the responsible? And will you believe what he said? Even when you have not believed every information has been given, is it when he tells you this one that you're going to believe? You didn't believe every information Mazi Simon Ekpa have been giving you online. Every information have been sending. You never believe. Is it that very particular one now that he will tell you and you believe? You see, useless question they were asking. Useless question they were asking. And you see people who are in a civilized world, a country where wars have been fought. Wars have been fought to liberate themselves from where they were before. And if liberation, they still came back and fought their internal war. And today, they have one of the best countries you can think of the world, with the best economy. Finland, they are there. They could not be able to bring their head down and ask, how did the Finland achieve what they have today? How did they become what they are today? How did they become the envy of the world today? You are there in that same country. And you guys, you here now, complaining about sit at home. When you listen to that video, you begin to wonder, what is wrong with people? Is it out of their envy and jealousy, or out of wickedness, or out of what? How can you explain the question they were asking Mazi Simon Ekpa? And Mazi Simon Ekpa, bless God for him, he was so patient to give them the required answers. The required answers. You are talking about, when you see them talking about our people suffering, it seems as if they care. These people don't care. When you see them telling you our people are suffering, that is why we must not sit at home. Why they sit at home is too much. You think they care. They do not care. If these people really cared, when they were massacred in Biafra land, they will be concerned. If these people really care, they will not even have time to talk about sit at home. They will be talking about what Hope Uzodinma is doing in Imo State. The destruction of lives and property in Imo State, that is what is supposed to concern them, if they really care about the Biafran people. These people, they will come online and begin to ask you, why are you people conducting a sit at home? You don't know that this sit at home is affecting us. We are the ones suffering. We are the ones paying the penalty. We are the ones. But these same people will see the destruction of houses, destruction of properties, burning of businesses, destruction of businesses, burning of houses, including maiming of people. And there will be no outrage. They will not have any outrage. But when the people come to sit at home and say that we are tired of this criminality, we are tired of this very devil enclave, we are tired of this very amalgamated, this very evil amalgamation, they will come out and begin to shout on different platforms. They will begin to call all manner of people They will begin to make all manner of moves, begin to write all manner of junks. These same people who were complaining of the death during the sit at home, how many people died during that very sit at home, 5 days sit at home, which the government themselves killed? Which evidence are there? How many people died that you are complaining? These same people, what did they say when people were massacred in a Hamufu? A pregnant woman was killed, her stomach removed, and the baby removed outside of her belly. In a Hamufu, we saw people, how people were butchered in a Hamufu. They saw it on video. They saw it. It wasn't something. It is the video is still online till tomorrow. How many of them was outraged? These are people who claim to be concerned about you, about me. You claim to be concerned about Biafra, but when there was a killing by the Fulani headers, the real terrorists, the people that have made us that had brought so much insecurity and created the havoc in Biafra land, when they did their massacre, what did you do? It didn't concern you. But you were only bold to come and speak when the Biafra people were speaking. But when the caliphate speaks, you wouldn't respond. When the caliphate speak violently, speak with their guns and bullets, you will never speak. But when Biafrans speak with their flag, empty-handedly, to sit at home, you will come out and be outraged. What a wicked world. What a wicked world. The self-hate that I see on daily basis in the life of these people is so appalling. When I watch that video, you begin to see people who are living in the Western world, who you think have brain in them, begin to ask some useless questions. And you see some of them suggesting for us to leave the struggle of Biafra and focus on Peter Obi. Then if Peter Obi doesn't win, then now we will not come and begin to agitate. Mad people everywhere. Mad people. You see some of them telling Master whatever to calm down, allow them. Calm down for what? How many times are you going to calm down? How many times have we calmed down? Mazen Nandi cannot have calmed down on several occasions because of lack of support, because he was surrounded by enemies, right, left, and center. It is now clear that Mazen Nandekano, each time he told us that Biafra was coming, he was very, very sure of it, and he was working towards it. But because the people around him doesn't have the same dream with him, they never believe that Biafra will come. That is why Mazen Nandekano have been marking time all this while. It's got to the extent that Mazen Nandekano began to cry online and ask, are there no more men in Biafra land? Go and watch that video. You will shed tears. Mazen Nandekano started shouting, are there no more men in Biafra land? That I'm tired. Ika Gulam for broadcasting. Ika Gulam, I want to go and fight for my nation. It got to a extent he began to ask for only 100 men. He's ready to go. Others can come behind later. Today, it has become clear where Mazen Nandekano was crying and shouting. But I thank Chukwu that in this era, where Mazen Nandekano have transferred anointing to Mazen Simon Ekpa, Mazen Simon Ekpa is consistency personified. And Chukwu have given Mazen Simon Ekpa more than 1,000 men. He has given him more than 1,000 men. And we are good to go. That is why when you hear the sound of the count, you better don't fall asleep. Our countdown is going on. Don't fall asleep. Stay awake. Stay awake and pay attention to every information that is coming. I say it and I say it again. We don't want anybody to say that you are caught unaware. Nobody will be caught unaware except you decided to pretend as if you don't know what is happening. And when you pretend not to know what is happening, you are going to pay a heavy price for that. Whatever happens to you, you are going to be responsible. Whatever happened to you, you will be responsible. If you are hearing this sound and you are not passing the information to the people you are supposed to pass the information, you are hearing my voice today. You are not sharing this video. You are not making sure that your neighbors, people who are ignorant, are getting this information. You will pay a price. You will be held responsible. I am doing my own part by shouting. I am doing my own part, coming online on a daily basis to remind people the state we are in a state of war. We are in a state of war. But that secret war against us will be made open. It is going to be made open. ESN are going to follow it up and it will be made open. The whole world today is focusing on Nigeria. And this opportunity that we have, we never missed. If you think P2B is your agenda, God save your spirit. If you luckily survive, then you have the story to tell your children. But if you don't survive, go and tell Chukwu government what you were doing when information was coming. It doesn't matter what anybody does. Everybody have been told what you are supposed to hear. Everybody have been informed. Pay attention to instructions and information. It is not just about Mazi Sama Naiba. It is not just about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's about you and your unborn generation. We cannot transfer this fight to any other generation. Our generation will fight this fight and hand over to our children and our unborn children a peaceful nation where human beings will exist. We have taken a lot of insult. You see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cried out. The insult is so much. The insult is unbearable. Every one of us acting like cowards, accepting slavery. You see people who are supposed to stand up, they are accepting slavery. Slavery that our parents rejected. Slavery that our own parents rejected. When they were captured and taken to the United States, they drowned themselves in the United States. Instead of them to be a slave, they drowned themselves because they know that they are freeborn. Igbos that were taken as slaves to the United States, they drowned themselves. Go and read about the history. They drowned themselves. They could not, instead of them to be a slave, they let her die. But today, the kind of leaders we have, the kind of people we have, are people who rather settle as slaves. The people we have today in this generation are people get the crumbs that fall from their master's table. And the most painful thing is that what their so-called master is eating is their own wealth, their own rights, that thing that belongs to them. Their master will take something that belongs to them, then eat, and the crumbs that fall from their master's mouth table, they'll pick it and they are okay with it. They house niggers. There are a lot of them, a whole lot of them. That is why I don't want to hear anything politics in my ears. I don't want to hear anything Nigerian politics in my ears, because every single politician in Biafra land is a born slave. Every politician from A to Z, these are people who have already given their life to slavery. They have accepted it with all their heart. Every politician, including those ones that are contesting today. That is why when you hear them, you must run. You must continue to fight for your freedom. Forget them. Forget them. Forget them. Do not allow anybody to tell you to lower your voice. Don't allow anybody to advise you to lower your voice for one idiot to come and enslave you the more. Don't allow anybody to tell you to come and lower your voice for the London boy to come and enslave you. He is coming to do nothing than to enslave you and change you the more. The zoo has ended. Prophecies have come from east, west, north, and south. Let me tell you, Chukwu Okukadiama will do what he will do. There are certain things he won't do for you. There are certain responsibilities that is in your hand. In your hand. Chukwu Okukadiama have done his part. The remaining one is in your hand and in my hand. If we don't do it, we are going to remain slave forever. And I thank Chukwu Okukadiama that in this generation, there are people who are willing to put their life on the line to set the record straight. In this generation, there are people who are willing to fight by all means possible to make sure that everything that had to be done is done. And in this very generation, we cannot leave any stone unturned. If you open your ear and listen to any politician, you are a gunner. Every time you pay attention to any politician, you are a gunner. You are selling your birthright. These are people who have already sold themselves to slavery and they are comfortable with it. I am telling you that they are comfortable with the crumb that is falling from their master's table. If not, they are comfortable. How can you be able to imagine the kind of fraud the northern part of Nigeria is committing without anybody arresting them? The kind of fraud, the kind of huge amount of money you are hearing them steal. They steal the money, they remain in power, nobody prosecute them, nobody arrest them, nobody invite them anywhere. But try that in the South. Every politician that has been prosecuted most of the time, they are all from the southern part of Nigeria. mainly from the southeast. They are all prostitutes. But when you are waking them up, they will never wake up because they are comfortable slaves. The house nigger, they are just comfortable simply because they can be able to eat from what falls from the master's table. People who are supposed to kings and priests. That is what we are. We are freeborn. The Biafrans are freeborn. We are not slaves. And we know that we are freeborn. That is why the Fulani Janjaweed know very well that we know whom we are. And that is why they are fighting us. That is why they try to turn our brothers against us. And some of us have fallen trapped into that very madness. Some of us today, instead of looking at the enemy, they are busy looking at their own brother as the enemy. The Fulani Janjaweed, the caliphate has succeeded in twisting the mind, including the youths, twisting their mind against their own people. That is why you see a young man will rise up and begin to go and join the Bubago. A young man, a full-fledged young man who has seen on social media where the whole Southeast people have come out to protest that they do not want to be Bubago. You saw the protest online that the whole Southeast say we do not want a Bubago, and yet you see a Bubago calling for recruitment and you go. You go. That means you are worse than the devil. You are, and you don't deserve mercy because you are working against the will of the people. You are the enemy of your people. You are an agent in the hand of the caliphate. If a Bubago can invite you, a Southeasterner, a Biafran person, mainly Igbo Biafran, and you go there and involve yourself in a Bubago, you deserve nothing less than that. Because this is something your people have rejected. They said they came out in open and protested in the whole states and said they do not want it. It's not because they just say it. They saw the havoc they are committing. A Bubago has been involved in several killing of innocent people, destroying of houses and property of people. They begin to become a political talk. They have been involved in kidnapping. What else are you going to talk about? And the Biafrans say they don't want them anymore. And yet you see somebody, we wake up today to go and join the recruitment of the evil man called Soludo in Anambra State. I saw a video where people, young boys, have been recruited in Anambra State to join a Bubago because of poverty, because of money, what you eat. Are you sure you're going to be alive to eat that money? You don't even consider that. Some people don't care about their life anymore. That is how poor some people, their mentality have become. Some people are so daft that they can't help themselves. That is why Mazi Simon Ekwe, one of his brokers, said that they have lost that power decision, that we are going to take decision for them from abroad. When you see people, young men going to involve themselves in a Bubago, you begin to realize that what Mazi Simon Ekwe said was exact word, that truth. That people in that zoo have lost that right to make decision. They can't make decision for themselves. That is why we are taking decisions from abroad. And decisions we're taking is saving life. You see them even in the zoo there. But somebody who is protecting you, you see them there, is living abroad. Protecting you. Making effort to keep you safe. And yet, you come online, you abuse him, you insult him, you talk a manner of things. The Fulani cow have damaged some of their brains. They cannot think right anymore. They cannot think right. It is sad. It is sad. But that is not what Biafrans are. That is not whom we are. That is not whom we are. Biafrans are brave. Biafrans are brave. Our forefathers, you had the history. Our forefathers, instead of them to be slaves, they drowned themselves. They prefer being dead. And that is the spirit of a Biafran. We cannot eat from the crumb of the master, let alone our own wealth. Our own wealth, you exploit our wealth, and then you will now, oh God. It is so shameful. It is so shameful that these politicians have sold their soul to uncircumcised Philippians. Uncircumcised Philistines, they have given their life to them. And all they do today is to fight against their people. Hope Uzodinma is busy in Imo State, taking as much life as he can. Soludo joined the queue. Today, Anambra State has become the most insecure state you can think of in Nigeria. Anambra State have become the most insecure state you can think of. People are losing their life on a daily basis. And after committing that evil, they will come and tell you we are killing ourselves. Who is doing the killing? After perpetrating that evil, after the caliphate have used the governors and their death squad to kill the Biafrans and take the life of Biafrans, they are still the same people who will come and tell you that Biafrans are killing themselves. Who is the sponsor? I pity those of you who they are using. I pity those of you who are getting yourself involved in the Bubaga and whatever. You will not, you can't see it. You will never ever see it. You think you can stop Biafra? You think they told you that you can't join Bubaga and stop Biafra and you'll be paid 100,000 every month? You are mad. You are mad. That 100,000, you will not be alive to eat it. That money that Saludo is promising you, you can't be alive to eat that money. The earlier you wake up, the better for you. You think it's a joke, right? Watch and see. Just watch and see what is going to happen. Our spokesman, Master America, have spoken, and he has given you instructions on what to do. He have advised. He have given information. Pay attention to the dates. 23rd of February, 24th of February, 25th of February, 26th of February, 27th of February, and 28th of February. Pay attention to these dates. Pay attention to these dates. If you are in Biafra land, stay awake at all times. Prepare yourself for what is coming. Wait for instruction. You are living abroad. Make sure you reach out to your people to pay attention to these dates. Let them prepare themselves. Get the necessary things available. Food stuff. Keep things that they need, emergency within them. Get information across. Every one of us have to engage in this radical move. If there's something telling you that somehow that is going to be called off, sorry to disappoint you. If you are in this autopiloted platform, you are listening and you feel that, oh, maybe it's just like what they are saying before. Nothing is going to happen. Oh, it's just like in those days. At your own risk. And you will be responsible for what happens to you. Your blood will be on your head. One thing you have to know is that you cannot be left without information. You will never be taken unaware. As long as you're paying attention to the right people, as long as you're focused on the right thing, you will never ever be taken unaware. Before anything happens, Chukwu Okikame will always let his children know. That is why Chukwu Okikame have been informing us from Mazen Nandekano, giving us updates. From Mazen Nandekano, Chukwu Okikame have always put us in front to tell us what will happen when it has not yet happened. From Mazen Nandekano. And when Mazen Nandekano was removed from us, thinking that they're going to blank us from information, Chukwu Okikame gave us Mazen Samaneka. Since Mazen Samaneka has been piloting the affairs, informations have been coming on daily basis. Revelations have been coming on daily basis. So if you are one of those who lacks information, it is because you are not paying attention. If you say you lack information, it is because you chose to play nonchalant attitude. And you have yourself to be blamed. You don't blame anybody. You have yourself to be blamed. You say you're not carried along. You are not carried along because you are not paying attention and you are not ready to pay attention. So don't blame anybody. Whatever happens to you, you will be responsible for it. But I tell you, in this era that we are in, as we are marching into Biafra land, no man born of a woman can stop it. The exodus of Biafra from the zoo has commenced. The exodus of children of Chukwu Okikame have commenced. We must exit the zoo. 2023. It doesn't matter what anybody says or what anybody does. It doesn't matter what you think in your head as you're watching me. It doesn't matter what you're thinking. It doesn't count. The only thing you should be thinking is, what are you going to do to make sure that the coming of Biafra comes faster? The wave that is coming is going to blow. The hurricane is going to come. The earthquake is going to happen. The rain is going to happen. There is nothing that will stop it. What is coming is heavy. And if you want to get yourself busy with prayer to stop it, you're wasting your time. Nothing on earth will stop what is coming. Nothing. Chukwu Okikame have mandated that it is going to happen, and it will happen. So don't waste your time to pray to stop it. The only thing you can do is to prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself for self-defense. Anything is available that is reachable to you, prepare yourself for it. If you know how you're going to protect yourself and your family in Biafra land, if it is to build bunker, begin to build the bunker now. Any defense you can build for yourself, start building it. We are counting days. We are counting days. 23 February, 24th February, 25th February, 26th February, 27th February, and 28th February. Stay awake. Stay awake. Take it for fun, and you have yourself to be blamed. Take it for joke. That's how they used to talk. You have yourself to be blamed. My own responsibility here is to continue to keep you awake, to continue to ring it as a bell in your ear, to continue to remind you so that you don't forget. Because some of us are very forgetful. Biafrans, some of us are very, very forgetful. And some pretend not to hear. Some are just pretending. Some are pretending. Some doesn't even care. I said after watching that very meeting that was held in Finland, the people who are supporting PWB were held and talking to Master Samuel. After hearing from them one after the other, you begin to wonder. You begin to wonder if people who are living in a place like Finland are still thinking in that manner, reasoning in that form, how much more people who are in Biafra land. When you see the kind of argument they were bringing, you begin to wonder, from which planet are these people coming out from? From which planet are they coming out from? Some of them say, let's stop the agitation, support Peter Obi. After Peter Obi, if Peter Obi doesn't win, then mad people everywhere. Mad people everywhere. When did Peter Obi come out? Biafra agitation that has been more than a decade. More than a decade. You want us to stop it because of Peter Obi 1 year or 2 years? Because of Peter Obi, some months appearance of Peter Obi, you want us to throw it into the dustbin? And tomorrow you think somebody will come and take you serious? You must be mad. You must be mad. Only an insane person will have some kind of decision. And some of them are not ashamed to open their mouth and say it. And the most painful part is that most of them are people who has been supporting Biafra all the while. You saw Mazi Samuel say it in their present. So many of them have been supporting the Biafra struggle, speaking about it, talking about it, supporting it, including financially. But all of a sudden, Peter Obi appeared, the distraction, and they fall into the trap of that distraction. Ask them one-on-one, how do you think that Peter Obi can make a change in the zoo? They have no answer. Ask them one-on-one, how do you think that Peter Obi can effect change in that zoological republic? What and what is going to change? They have no answer. Ask him, now, the zoological republic, every strategic post is in the hand of the Janjaweed. Every strategic post in the hand of the, and they are still amending the laws. They are still amending laws to suit their Islamic agenda. They are still amending the laws to suit their colonization agenda. The waterway law is about to be passed. Is Peter Obi going to revise all this when he enters? How long is it going to take him to revise? How long? You think that the Fulanis will just fold their hand and watch you come and revise everything they have put in place? You think they will do that? You must be joking. You must be joking. No sane person will fold his hand and begin to wait for Peter Obi. No Biafra, no sane Biafra, except those that are fraudulent, except those who are scared that their evil empire will be destroyed. Those who only means of livelihood is fraud. That fraudulent money, that is the only means of livelihood they have, and they cannot afford. They are so scared that they will not have any means of livelihood if they lose the zoo. These are the people that are still standing and begin to pretend. You see them lining themselves up, even fighting themselves in the course of the whole journey. Look at the politicians. They are not even in one. They are still fighting themselves. That their selfish interest is still showing. That their wickedness and selfish interest, that the battle is still within them. And with the kind of battle, internal battle you are seeing, how do you think that somebody can come in and make a change? How? From where are you going to come? From where? From which planet? The only solution to the zoological republic remains disintegration. And the whole world have to listen and listen clear. Nigeria will be disintegrated. If you have failed to listen, you are bound to listen this time around. This time, you are going to witness it by yourself. As long as your delegate is in Nigeria, in this election, every one of you will have a taste of that war that you have been fighting secretly. The secret war you have declared against the Biafran people, you will have a taste of it. Since you pretend not to know, you pretend not to see it, you pretend not to hear it, you pretend not to know about it, it is going to play out before your own very eyes. No matter whom you are, no matter the part of the world you are, and you are supporting this evil against the Biafran people, not letting them go, forcing us to be with the people that we don't have the same ideology with. In all of them, all these idiots that are supporting this very caliphate, all these countries that are supporting, all these governments of the world that are supporting this evil empire, in their own nations, they have one ideology. They have one ideology in their own nations. Every one of them have one value system. But in a country where they know that the value system is not the same, and you cannot survive in such kind of situation, they know and they know it clear, and they are still supporting evil because of their self-interest. Well, they told us to go and start doing something. Now we are about to do something. And what we are going to do, we end that zoo, finally. We don't have the same value system with the North, and we never have. United States have one value system. United States is built based on one value system. The UK based on one value system. France, one value system. Russia, one value system. China, one value system. Japan, one value system. Every country that is doing well in this planet today, they are built on one value system. Every one of them that have different value system have disintegrated and they build their own. How are you forcing us to be in a place where we have a value system that is colliding with each other, killing each other, destroying everything that life has to offer? Everything that life has to offer is destroyed in Nigeria. Everything that life has to offer. There is nothing to come home about. There's nothing to write home about. No security, no economy. Your own life is not assured. There's nothing, no assurance anywhere. Because of the value system is not the same. How can you live in the same place with somebody who value an animal, value a cow more than a human being? While you are busy trying to train human being and make space for human being, they are fighting to make space for their cow, comparing you to cow. They come to the House of Assembly, they defend their cow. They come to the House of Assembly, they talk about their cow and make rooms for them and even conduct census for them. But in a human being, they will not offer any solution to the problem of human. How do you want us to remain in such people, with such people? How do you think that such kind of allow them to go on their own? Let them have their own nation. There is nothing wrong in having an Islamic nation. They can have it on their not. The Oduduwa people will be on their own. The Biafrans be on their own. Let people practice what they want. People of same value. People that have the same value system. That is how countries are all over the world. Since they have refused to do it and they want us to start doing something, just as they told Mazen Namikan, we are about to start doing something. And I want every Biafran to put that in their heart. 23rd of February, 24th of February, 25th of February, 26th of February, 27th of February, 28th of February. Nigeria will never be the same anymore. Prepare yourself and wait for instruction from the dragon, the Biafran spokesman. He has only given you a hint to prepare yourself for things that are coming ahead. Only Chukwu Okabia knows the preparation he has made for us. All we are following is the direction of Chukwu Okabia. When he says we move, we move. When he says we stop, we stop. Chukwu Okabia is the one leading. When you hear autopilot, it is succeed. You can't fight Chukwu Okabia and succeed. It doesn't matter whom you are. There's no way you can fight Chukwu Okabia and succeed. And I tell you, the earlier you begin to realize that the zoo has ended, the better for you. The exodus of the Biafran people is a must. The time is now, and we are exiting. The exodus of Biafran people is a must, confirmed by Chukwu Okabia, and we have to move away from the zoological republic. May Chukwu Okabia guide and protect everyone that have participated on this platform. Please, if you have not liked this program and share, I beg you in the name of Jesus, I can see about 40 people watching. Please, every one of you watching, like this very program, Radical Movement. When you click like, you are actually inviting somebody else. The algorithm will now invite people to join us. If you have not liked this video, we have about 40 people. Please like this video and let every one of us make sure we share this video to one person. I sure you share this program to one person, to one platform, to one WhatsApp group, to family and friends. And click like. It's not going to take anything from you. When you like, you are creating opportunity for others to join us and watch. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide you, protect you, and secure you as you pay your own part. We are going to have our joint media broadcast later on, and I'm going to stream it on this very platform. In the next few hours or thereabout, we are going to start our joint media autopilot broadcast. Please be there. Be there. I'm going to take a rest now so that I can be able to join the broadcast when it's going to start in a few minutes' time. It's going to start. Once it starts, I'm going to broadcast it on this very platform. Please join us on the autopilot joint media broadcast. It is today, Friday. So please key in into that broadcast so that you can be able to get information raw. A lot of people are going to be there. All the autopilot media warriors are going to be there to give information across. You know, sometimes our spokesman Simon can breeze in, you never can tell. He comes in once in a while. So pay attention, be there. Autopilot media warriors. We are having our broadcast today. Please join us and stay blessed. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect everybody that is watching, any place you're watching from. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect you. All the Biafrans, all the Duan people, all the Middle Beltans, all the people that are genuinely seeking for freedom. May Chukwu Okike Abiama grant all of you freedom. You will see freedom in your lifetime. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our ESN, volunteer force on the ground. Our Umuada, Honorable Azuka, may Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every one of you, secure you. Honorable Azuka, may Chukwu Okike Abiama give you more strength, more power to overcome. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect Sunday Igboho and Professor Kintoye. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect all our media warriors that are fighting day and night, preaching and speaking on different platforms. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect them. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Ekpa. May Chukwu Okike Abiama build a wall of fire around him that no weapon of the enemy will penetrate him. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, wherever he is. We cover him with the presence of Chukwu Okike Abiama. No weapon formed of fashion against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. No weapon formed of fashion against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. No weapon formed of fashion against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. Thank you so much for joining me on this broadcast. I appreciate every one of you, and I will see you on the joint media broadcast later on. Thank you so much, and stay safe. Bye-bye.